Hey guys,
Howdy.
welcome to the Guns and Outdoors channel. Jack and Justin here today. Today's going to be a fun one. What do we have on the table today, Jack?
We have 4 guns that were imported into this country from Israel. 2 of the guns were made in Israel and were inspired by their predecessor, the CZ75, made in Czechoslovakia.
Sweet!
Okay, I have to say that in the world of gun collecting, I'm a bottom feeder. I buy what I can afford. So I'm a big fan of palm block guns, and I'm a big fan of Israeli surplus, because Israeli surplus always has, they're always functional guns, and they seem to always have nice triggers. It's kind of cool that the Czechs seem to defy the rest of the Soviet bloc and make their own guns, and they made good ones. And Israel is a tiny country surrounded by other countries that want to kill them, so I'm kind of a fan of their survival and ability to make their own weapons as well. And this is where those two worlds intersect, because these guns were sold from CZ in Czechoslovakia to Israel, served in Israel, and then these were made in Israel and served in Israel. And there are a lot of Israeli surplus guns on the used gun market right now, and that's all of these are fairly recent acquisitions for that reason.
Well, I'm excited. So I guess from the viewers right to left, what do we have there? Let's just name them.
Well, this, if you watched the previous video on the Masada Pistol, this gun appeared in that video. Okay, because this is a CZ75 semi-compact, and it's marked Masada. Okay, it has the little menorah there, made in the Czech Republic. So this gun was specifically made in the Czech Republic for export in Israel. And semi-compact, this part of the gun is compact. See, it's shorter than the other, but it has a regular size grip and magazine size. So that's why it's called the semi-compact. Okay. This is a CZ75B. Probably made a little bit later than that. It's unique in that it says the earlier guns will say made in Czechoslovakia, later guns will say made in the Czech Republic. This just says Czech made. And so, but both of these guns are single double action. And a lot of these guns were sold in Israel, and then as time went on, Israel imported CZ clones from Italy made by Tanfoglio. There are some of those on the market as well. And eventually, when they started making their own gun, it has similarities to the CZ75 that we'll see. When they first started making the Jerichos in 1990, they made them with parts imported from Italy made by Tanfoglio. So there's kind of a progression in these guns. And this was probably the primary service pistol in Israel from the time it was introduced in 1990 until the Masada hit the market in Israel a couple of years ago. But right now there are a lot of these guns on the used gun market if you look in the right place.
What was this one? Is this the CZ?
CZ Masada marked, so semi-compact.
Yeah, that's interesting. The semi-compact. I really love the trigger pull on this. It feels good to me. They all have the same kind of CZ ergos, which is very interesting. All these guns are, of course, safety checked. There's nothing in the chambers.
No magazines in the gun.
And there's no mags. This one feels good to me.
They all feel good to me. These two are double single. Those are single only. I'm not a big fan of double action, but as double action triggers go, I think that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
And these are very similar in that regard.
Definitely feel the double action. These are very similar. You just really minute details. This is the CZ75B, and I like your thing on the Czech made. Feels good. They all have the lanyard loops. I like the grip. Like I said, for some reason for me, I see similarities with other models of handguns. I guess I'm on a high power kick, so I always see.
Yeah, this whole area right here is reminiscent of the high power.
Yeah.
It's unique to CZs in that the feature that's unique to them is that the slide rides within the frame. It does not ride over the frame.
I really like that.
And you'll see on these, that stops right about there. It gives you a lower bore axis, I think, but that's common to CZ designs. On the Jerichos, that feature runs the whole length of the gun. The whole slide runs down in the frame. Later on, CZ would make a model called the CZ SP, and I think it rides all the way down instead of just that far.
I like the Jerichos as well. They obviously got the design from the Czech. It was patented or not patented. They beefed it up because this is very much a beefy, hardened gun. They feel very substantial in the hand. And it results to me in a more flatter shooting gun because you've got weight in it. And it's funny, even the modern day guns now, aren't they putting tungsten rods and things to try to add weight back?
Yeah.
So it's as if we went polymer to lighten up the weight, and now you're seeing some moves and some competition to put some weight back in the guns.
Yeah. The heavier the gun is, actually, the easier it is to shoot well. You don't have to be as concerned about recoil and muzzle flip and so forth. Very little difference between the two guns. You'll notice some difference in the dovetails on the sights, and of course there's a different insignia. The IMI insignia is a little different from the IWI, but I think every part on the two guns is interchangeable except for the sights. And I will mention that this particular design went on until 2007, and I believe in 2007 it went to these design changes were made.
Novak style sights. What I really like about this one is the provenance. You've got that sword of David. Hopefully that's right. I really like that grip, and I like the Star of David etched into the gun. And that is for the IMIs. And I noticed your IWI, it has the star as well up here.
Yeah.
But not here.
That's true. Well, this gun is still available from Classic Firearms. They're all in the same range, a little over $300.
So how much is an aftermarket mag for one of these?
Probably in the $30 range, give or take.
What do they call them? Baby Eagles?
Later on, when they sold these on the commercial market in the United States, they did call them the Baby Eagle. It has nothing in common with the Desert Eagle.
Okay.
They just capitalized on the name when they got ready to sell them commercially in the American market.
Cool.
Okay.
Thanks, Jack. See you out there, guys. Stand by. Before you know it, we'll be on the range. All right, Jack, this is cool. What are we doing?
Well, what we're going to do, Justin, is I'm going to ask you to shoot each of these guns, the IWI Jericho and the IMI Jericho, and tell me what difference you observe when you're shooting it.
Okay.
And whenever you need to rack the slide, I'll do that for you, because I don't want you to be prejudiced by what you feel.
All right.
When that happens.
I'm looking forward to it.
I think we'll start with this one, if that's okay with you. How many rounds do you want to shoot?
Let's do 10 rounds
Okay.
each, unless you think we should do less.
No, we should not do less.
Okay.
If we were using this, I'd want to use less. Take a look at that.
IMI ammo.
Yeah, I forgot I had that. IMI became IWI in 2005. And I bought a case of those when they were marked down for clearance. So, not sure if that qualifies as a collector's item yet.
Hollow Point EX Star.
Yeah. Israel military industry.
Cool.
Okay, do you want to dry fire these first?
I would like to,
All right.
but you didn't want me to handle it, right?
I want you to rack the slide.
Okay. So,
Dry fire.
all right. 941F IMI. That felt good.
Okay.
Woo!
Now, did that feel different?
Yes.
It did.
Oh yeah.
What felt different?
I already pulled right through the wall. It's like a lighter trigger.
Okay.
Smooth trigger, not a lot of travel.
All right. Let's see what you notice when you fire them.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to aim this down range.
Going hot.
Now there's a round in the chamber. Right here, you're about 21 feet. We got 2 targets down there.
Okay. You may do the left green?
Yeah, shoot one gun, and one of them, and the other as the other. Okay.
Cool.
Maybe down range, chamber around.
That felt real good, by the way.
The,
Move, trigger, pull. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a good gun. All right, I'm going to do this one on the right then.
okay.
Definitely shooting high.
All right. Did you notice any difference in recoil and muzzle flip between the two?
This gun feels lighter. That one's heavier. I actually felt like this had a little more recoil, that particular one. That right?
Yeah.
I passed the test!
That's to be expected.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, gun's empty, rack the slide.
Smooth rack. Okay. Empty. A little harder to rack for sure. Recoil spring's a lot tighter, right?
Yeah, I'm going to take the recoil springs out.
Okay.
You might want to move the camera a little bit closer and get a look at the difference here.
All right. They both feel really good though.
Yeah.
It's I would just say it's unique characteristics between the two. I was really enjoyed shooting them. Is that an aluminum frame or a steel frame?
They're both steel frames.
Steel frame.
Yeah. Okay. This gun has the original guide rod and recoil spring in it. That is
Captured with a.
actually there's 3 springs there, and that's a product made by a company called DPM Technology in Greece, and I ordered that from Zahal company in Israel. But they make these for a lot of guns, and they're actually 3 springs there. There's an inner spring in there, an outer spring, and then there's another spring back there.
I'll be darned. That's interesting.
Yeah, and the theory is that the first bit of the travel, spring rate's not much different from that. but the three springs progressively slow the slide down before it makes impact with the frame. So it does give the gun a little bit less recoil. It makes for a much stiffer feeling when you rack the slide though.
Let's look at the groups on the guns. It's interesting. What do you observe there, Jack?
Well, this is the earlier IWI gun, and I've experienced the same thing. It groups a little high.
Okay.
Okay, and this one is pretty true to point of aim in my experience.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was just feeling the gun out, and then I guess I had some really dead-on shots that were grouping.
Yeah, I haven't actually weighed the two guns, but I think they're very similar in total weight.
Jack giving it a run. All right, let's go down range. That's pretty good. You actually shot that one pretty good, but a little higher. And you did like me, you shot a little lower.
Some of these are mine, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay. I only shot 5 rounds.
Oh, okay. But we had very similar shooting patterns, basically.
Yeah.
That's good.
I like these guns. They're easy to shoot well, I think.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Sweet. There's Jack shooting the CZ75B.
Oops.
Nice. They're all ejecting the rounds really good. Let's go down and have a look. How did you feel like that shot compared to the Jerichos?
Well, the trigger has a different reach.
Yeah.
That's the biggest difference, and I feel like the Jericho's a little easier to.
Definitely. I
Easier
think
to shoot
the
well.
trigger pull, this has a longer trigger pull,
Yeah,
and
it
I think
does.
that the trigger pull weight is lighter on the Jerichos.
As I may have mentioned already, I'm probably going to modify this one quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Sweet. That was fun. Thanks, Jack. Good shooting. Calm block. Gotta love it. The most important is, what does your shirt say?
I'm not going to try to pronounce that. It says CZ.
Good Lord. Why don't they just say CZ? You know, that's probably why we say CZ.
Oh, it says CZ right there.
Yeah. With the bullseye. Awesome. I like it. I'll pick up a Jericho. Jack, this is my favorite. This.
You can still get it.
I know. Well, there we have it. What a fantastic day today at the range and then inside doing the tabletop. This guy right here is my fave, the nickel-plated IMI Jericho. We also looked at the black IWI Jericho, followed by the CZ75B, and then after that, the Masada marked CZ75 semi-compact. The first two were from Israel. The second two were from CZ. It was a blast talking about them. Get some good deals out there. These are very viable guns. They're all chambered in the 9mm. Thanks for watching, folks. Like, subscribe to the Guns and Outdoors channel. Jack and I appreciate you. Take care of yourself as always, and we're out of here.